All right. Hi, this is Wakka, and this is his Roadmap to Success video. And the Guardians, thank you. The Guardians called because Wakka has been dealing with some anxiety and being kind of reactive to different things, to noises, to other dogs on the street. He's been reactive to the doorbell, as you can see in the video above this one. Pretty much anything that gets him excited, he gets a little overexcited. So when we're dealing with something like that, we just really want to slow things down. We want to take things into manageable chunks where he can deal with the small parts of those things, even the habits that go and the rituals that go into it. So like going into the car. Hey bud, calm down. So thinking about like, okay, what do you typically do before you get in the car? Maybe you go and put your shoes on. Maybe then you grab his leash and his harness. And so what you want to do is put your shoes on and wait for him to calm down before you go to that next step. So everything's about patience and kind of taking things in little bits until he can calm down enough to be able to manage that on his own, so he's starting to be nice and calm. I want you to remind you that you can use the exact same techniques that we used in the video above this one for all of the different things. You can use it for going for car rides. You can use it for, and remember, for a car ride, start off by just getting into the car, which might take a little while, kind of taking things slow, like you saw in the video above. And then once you're in the car, you might just get in the car and have him calm down and then be done. Maybe the next day you're ready to start to pull down the driveway and come back in, and then eventually going around the block. So like I said before, you just want to do manageable chunks so he's able to handle that amount, and so he doesn't get too reactive and too worked up, too high energy, to help him stay nice and calm. The other thing that I want to remind you to do is to introduce him to the new puppy you're getting in a neutral environment. A great thing to do would be having the puppy sit with someone else, not the two of you, and that way you're with him. It will reduce jealousy, and have that person having the puppy like on a leash and a harness, and having them just kind of hold them in their lap so the puppy's not racing all over the place, high energy. And then use the method that we used above this video, to help him walk over to the puppy nice and calm and have a great greeting. That way the things start off wonderful. When you get home with the puppy and Wakka, go ahead and take him for a really short walk. That might mean just walking a couple of feet down the block and back, and then have them walk into the house together. That will help build their relationship, so they're walking into the home together, and it's not like the puppy's intruding on Wakka's home, because it's like he kind of invited him in with him. So that's one way to kind of help them, build that good relationship right from the get-go. Another tip that we talked about today is getting puppy playpens. Let's start off with having one for Wakka, one for the puppy, and fill it with really awesome stuff. You can put Kongs in there, bully sticks, marrow bones. I love to throw things in the freezer. It tends to make things last longer. Definitely with a new puppy, I'd be giving the marrow bone, bully stick every single day. Something, at least one thing when you leave for work and you put it in the puppy playpen. Give him something to work, to chew through, and great for Wakka too. The marrow bones are great for little dogs' teeth. Let's see, what else did we go over today? Again, go ahead and make a list. I want you to make a list on the things that Wakka is most likely to be highly reactive and responsive to the things that he's less responsive to. I would start with the things that he's less responsive to. So we were able to successfully get his leash on and his harness on today. That was pretty easy. That only took us about 10 minutes. Start with working on that several times. So he's building the skill set of learning how to calm down and learn how to build that self-control, and then slowly progress up the list to things that are more challenging. Because as you get to the more challenging things, he has a pretty firm grasp on that skill set of calming down when he gets the most challenging things. So I would make that list and then start with the easy stuff and work your way to the harder stuff. When it comes to dogs and leash reactivity, that's when you want to go to a dog park. It's hard to work on that on the street because you can't control how far away other dogs are from you. So go to the dog park and just keep him far enough away from the other dogs, not in a dog park, just a park where there's dogs, and move him farther and farther away until he's calm enough to be around them. And then slowly move closer and closer to the other dogs as he's calm enough to go over to them. And then as you're getting closer and closer, you'll eventually be able to he'll be able to calm down when you're going on walks when he sees other dogs. Another little tip that I want to remind you of is to treat the dogs separately. You have different things that you want to work on. Puppy socialization is great for your new coming puppy. And then, so that might be one time to work with the puppy, and then bringing him to work on different training techniques without your puppy. That way, they're not developing bad habits from each other, and you also can focus on the behavioral problem for that one specific dog at a time. I think you'll see much quicker progress, and it'll be easier to accomplish. You'll have more fun, and it's great to allow the dogs to still have that individual one-on-one time with their guardians. All right. I want to remind you lastly that everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.